What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Elseworlds Part 2 video. So if you're new to the channel, please do consider leaving a like and a subscribe down below if you did enjoy the video. So Elseworlds Part 2 was really good. We head to Gotham in this episode and we had a lot of funny Easter eggs and references, and I love the fact that Barry dabbed on Oliver by saying that he actually cheated on his girlfriend with her sister. That is of course a major reference to episode 1 of Arrow. So huge fan service stuff here, which is pretty damn cool. Now we start off with, we have Jericho, who is, it's quite weird here that he's wearing his father's outfit. So I'm not sure if this is some kind of reality rewritten thing, or if it is simply that he has decided to take on the mantle of Deathstroke in Manu Bennett's absence. So I'm not too sure if that's going to be some weird changes or dimensional rifts there, but he does of course take on Diggle and really flex on all of them until, you know, we have him taken out. So I'm not too sure if he'll return. It was nice seeing him return in my opinion, and he did return at the end as well, which was pretty cool. But the group have to head to Gotham, where they realise that Gotham is really not what it was. And I predicted that that tower thing that Batwoman was on at the end of last episode was going to be her base, and yes, that actually was her base. Now I was hoping it would be the clock tower thing, but it is simply Wayne Industries, and many of us were wondering how Batwoman would actually be added into this crossover, and it turns out that it's simply a fact that Bruce Wayne had left Gotham 3 years ago, leaving a power vacuum, and that Gotham is really not a nice place to be anymore. It was bad enough, but now it hasn't got its protector anymore, and it is a bad place with tourists having to take armoured cars to visit around the city. So pretty cool that we've got that. But Batwoman, I thought Ruby Rose did a great job in this episode, in my opinion. She was really good in this role. She was really good as Kate Kane Batwoman. She wasn't just like stiff or boring. She just suited the role very well, and it seems like this role is just absolutely perfect for her, which is good because I want her to do well, and I want the Batwoman show to do well as well. And I like the fact that it's just simply because Batman isn't here. And it's hilarious that Oliver was like, you know what, it doesn't exist, it's just a myth made up by the GCPD. And as well as that, he was the first vigilante, which yes, he was the first show to come out, and he was the first vigilante, but you know what, he's not believing that Batman exists. It would have been nice for them to actually kind of meet. I would have loved for Batman to actually meet him and in this universe, but I guess that's not really going to happen. But really dope the fact that Supergirl and Batwoman got on really well. It might be the fact that they both have super powered cousins who are more powerful, or super powered to say, really powerful cousins who are more popular than them, and they've been around quite a while, so they're going to probably team up quite a lot. It might be a Flash and a Barry sort of thing there, to be honest, but I'm not sure if Supergirl actually knows the who Bruce Wayne really is, because on her Earth Batman exists and it is Bruce Wayne, and well, it's weird here. She keeps alluding to the fact that she knows. And at the end, we saw them kind of have a moment, a world's finest, which was, of course, a Batman and Superman team-up comic there. Some really dope stuff there. And I really did love that part of the episode. And overall, the episode was actually really good. Of course, we've got Barry Allen of Earth 90. He just does the whole, help me, and that kind of thing. Now, there were characters in the Crisis on Infinite Earth story where they were kind of breaching and bleeding into worlds, and they were kind of trying to actually warn everyone what was actually coming in the form of the Anti-Monitor. Now, what is interesting here is the fact that the Monitor is preparing the worlds for this coming crisis. So that's curious there as well. As before, these Earths seem to be completely destroyed, and the Monitor was destroying these worlds. So this is literally just a prologue. These Elseworlds, which he calls it, are these Elseworlds are the worlds where reality is being changed to prepare and get champions ready for the crisis that is coming. Yes, that is Crisis on Infinite Earth. A threat far bigger than himself is coming, and that is the Anti-Monitor. Now, a few of you were saying Darkseid. Interesting. That would be interesting if they did Darkseid, but I really don't think they're doing. The Crisis is that of Crisis on Infinite Earths. Now, yes, we did have a final Crisis where Darkseid got use of the anti-life equation and brainwashed everyone on Earth and many heroes. So that, yes, there is a likelihood that it could be Darkseid if it's a Crisis, but we have Crisis on Infinite Earths, Infinite Crisis, then Final Crisis, which really just took the Crisis name and didn't really kind of link in that much other than it being the return of Barry Allen himself. But these worlds are being prepped, ready, and really they're looking for Earth champions. Now in the comics, the Monitor did prepare and gather heroes to fight this coming crisis as these incursions happened and the bleeding of the universes came into one and the entirety of the multiverse was in trouble. So it looks like we're getting ready for this crisis and the red skies are going to appear just like the comic. Barry, it's not looking good, my dude. You are not looking good whatsoever to be surviving after this Crisis on Infinite Earths when that actually happens. But this book is interesting and that the Monitor is supremely powerful. Just a flick of his finger and Earth 90's Flash disappeared. But it was nice seeing John Wesley's ship just very briefly when he was kind of warning them and trying to breach through. It did remind me of Jay Garrick in the Button storyline just after that when he did try and come back in. But there's all craziness going on with the Justice League of America and the Justice Society of America, sorry, in the comics at the moment. But Arkham Asylum was amazing, to be honest. That was one of the biggest things. The biggest thing was, of course, mentioning of the impending crisis. But what we have upcoming is the fact that we have the Batwoman TV show coming up soon. And Arkham has pretty much set up who we have. We've got Cobblepot, we've got Edward, or Enigma, of course. Mark Guggenheim there. I guess he's the real villain of Arrow, to be honest. And we also had a few others. Now, the guy with the gold mask was Psycho Pirate, and we didn't really see much of him. He pretty much got duppied out by Batwoman, which was really, really weird. The fact that such a big character who is so integral to Crisis on Infinite Earths got destroyed pretty easily. And he put the gold mask on, and it kind of looked more like the Court of Owls mask, but spray painted gold. So I don't know if they got that special edition of the comic and just spray painted that, but the mask looked pretty crap, to be honest. But I wonder if he'll wear like the kind of big leotard thing. I'm not sure how they're going to fit that and adapt that for live action, to be honest. But they're sowing the seeds. They're sowing the seeds for the Batwoman show upcoming. They're setting the scene. This is pretty much a backdoor pilot for her. By saying Batman's been gone, the Arkham Asylum has everyone who has ever been a rogues gallery of Batman in there as well. So really, really cool stuff there. I did love that to bits. And at the end, we see the Trigger Twins. The Trigger Twins, of course, a deep cut from the comics, to be honest. And an updated version of the Wild West gangsters, who now are Barry and Oliver. And really, the Monitor is testing the mettle of all of these people. Now we've got a new version of Superman. I'm not sure if this has been rewritten into reality to have a new Superman, or is this really finally where we see the Earth 1 Superman. So I'm not too sure what's going to be happening there, but overall it was great. We had a huge Green Lantern reference there from Earth 90's Barry by saying, John, you're not wearing your ring, which is curious because, of course, John Stewart, many people wanted, of course, John Diggle to become the Green Lantern John Stewart because, of course, Green Lanterns and the Green Arrow, well, at least Hal Jordan, they have a great chemistry and have a huge history of team-ups in the comic books. So, not too sure if they'll pull the trigger on him ever becoming a Green Lantern, but it's a nice reference to the fandom, and they have made huge references, such as last episode's Nanites, courtesy of Ray Palmer, huge references to the fandom on Reddit, so they're reading Reddit, definitely, 100%. But that is it for this video. Please drop a like, please subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.